York Carolina is here on a beautiful field trip to the Hartness community. We're going to be talking a little bit about the amenities here at the community in just a little bit. But first, I'm meeting up with Stephen Delisle with Delisle Properties to get an update on the market. Stephen Delisle, always making a deal. And when we talk real estate, we always know who to come to. Stephen, thank you so much for having us at Hartness. We're going to talk a little bit about the community in a little bit, but we want to talk about the numbers. You always give us a look back at what we experienced last month.
Sure, yeah. So these numbers are always presented to us by the Greater Greenville Association of Realtors. If you look at the new listing slide, it'll show us that we're up 6.8% in new listings on the market this year as opposed to last year. The average price slide is just up 0.5%, bringing the average price to just over $394,000. And the inventory slide's up 23.3% as well, but that also translates to 3.7 months. So I know 3.7 months is technically a seller's market, but I'll tell you, boots on the ground, it doesn't feel like that at all. And we can get into that here in just a minute.
Yeah, I love how you give us the perspective so our buyers and sellers can make the best decision for themselves. But people are like, they're not in the normal places that they are.
No.
They're in this beautiful Hartness community. And you have a place you want me to check out?
I do. Let's go inside.
Okay. This is awesome, Stephen. So, Stephen, tell us where we are today. You got the coffee.
Absolutely. We are in the highly coveted, highly sought after Hartness neighborhood. There's so many things I love about this neighborhood that make it unique. First of all, let's talk about the things that are afforded to the general public. There's 3 restaurants in here. You've got the 1-5 at the front that seems to be always packed. Then you've got the Patterson that is an upscale, very high-end dinner atmosphere. And then you've got the Captain that's also inside the boutique hotel that is on property. And I don't know any other neighborhood that has a boutique hotel and also has its own amenities in and of itself as well, and a pool. But let's say you just want to treat yourself. You also have Spa H, so you can get a massage on site as well. You can get your hair cut at the front. You've got Brio Medicine that's also in the works of being opened as well. And then you've got where we're sitting today. And this is Chestnut Coffee House. I love this place. I'm a little biased because I do sit here quite often and have meetings. And also just do work. I love this location specifically because of where we're at in Hartness neighborhood. Most of the time you just have to order and you're sitting in the coffee shop, right? Well, this one can be taken to go. You can get a scone and your coffee and you can walk around in a neighborhood that has amazing aesthetics, amazing architecture, but also the pace of living here is supposed to be a little bit slower. So you've got grand lawns that you can look at if you're just sitting here and doing work, which is great. You've got mountains in the distance, but also if you live here, the things you've got are a luxury style pool. And I just can't imagine, like, we're getting into summer, right? And you're at the pool, you want to go get a grab a bite to eat for lunch. Go up to the 1-5, drive the golf cart back. It's just luxury living at its finest, and you don't have to leave the neighborhood. That's what I love about this spot. And you also have sports gardens. You've got another grand lawn that has a chipping green up at the front for all the golfers. So I really feel like whether it's the 12 miles of trail and you're a hiker, or you want to camp and you have a fire pit that's in the woods here as well, and you've also got a stream that is running next to it. I mean, how picturesque is that? Everything.
Sign me up. You sold me on it for sure. It is absolutely beautiful. Some of the finest restaurants. So definitely come here for that. That's for the general public. And of course, the ones that are available to the folks that live here as well. So now people watching this saying, you sold me, Stephen. Now tell me about some of the places that are on the market. You have a few.
So we've got 4 listings in here right now. And a common misconception when I do talk to people that want to be in here is that you have to build and buy a 500 or 5,000 square foot house rather. And while we have that product, the 4 that we have are all unique in and of themselves as well. But the one I want to highlight today is 6 Dubois Drive. It's a townhome. It's located in the back of the community. It's very quiet. What I like about this unit itself is that it also has a sunset that happens behind the unit. So you get to enjoy your front porch. It also has a gourmet kitchen, which opens into the living space. It's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath house, and it's not 5,000 square feet. So you don't have to maintain and clean that, but also everything is maintenance free outside as well. So the whole point of living here is the fact that you get to come home, enjoy your house. By the way, this unit also has a 2-car garage, which is hard to find as well. And you don't have to pay over $1 million for it.
I mean, that's good news to a lot of people because everybody wants to be in this community. So good to have that option. What would you say to folks that are, trying to like evaluate the luxury market and when it's a good time to get in, and where does the luxury market stand right now?
So for the past 5 years, we've had inventory that just is ripped off the market, even sometimes before it's listed on the market, and it's been going above list price. Now, what everybody has to realize, whether you're a buyer or seller, is we finally have over 6 months of inventory. What that means for everybody is that we are now in a buyer's market on paper above $1 million. Now, it does mirror the market I felt like in 2014 to 19, but now we're back to that. So people may have a little bit of amnesia on, well, it's been this way for so long, but now it's really back to what it was before. Also, in this higher price range too, because they have more inventory, buyers don't have to freak out and make an offer within 2 seconds. They can be calculated, which means sellers have to show up to the table and also negotiate a win-win, or they're just going to move on to the next house.
Good information for folks that are looking at that highly coveted luxury market. For what advice could you give to those watching right now that are thinking about buying, thinking about selling? What would be the Delisle Properties recommendation?
I would say my advice is we are back in a very unique, very dynamic market. So in the last 5 years, everything was moving very, very quickly, right? So right now, it's going to be very important for you to partner with an agent that also knows the hyper-local market, also knows the zip codes, and also knows the value of each and every neighborhood. Because as I'm doing these evaluations, as we get phone calls each week and having discovery meetings, I'm saying, well, did you know that your neighborhood is actually getting $100 per square foot more than your neighboring neighborhood? And they had no idea. So it's oftentimes that people are undervaluing what they think their property is worth. And what we do is have that sit down, relaxed conversation. I don't have listing paperwork with me. And it's just a discovery conversation about real estate and seeing if they're wanting to jump into the market after I answer all their questions.
Great information. And get you an agent that will buy you coffee. That's what you really need to get. If you want to find out more information about the Hartness community or our featured listing for this month, you can always head over to DelisleProperties.com. Stephen, thank you for the field trip today.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
thank you for the coffee.
Yeah, thanks for having me.